What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. We got Chris from Service Plumbing in the studio today with us. Chris, thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Chris, myself, Bernie, Aaron, and the One SEO family, we've been working together just under 2 months and we wanted to have Chris in the studio today just to kind of talk about the experience. Mainly want to get a feel for his backstory, the company, and just his struggles in the past with marketing and just growing a business, and then how it's been with the team so far. So, Chris, with that, I'll let you give a quick introduction of yourself.
Quick introduction. I started this company in 2007, Central Florida. We're near Ocala Villages area. I started working in hospitals here in town, still do today. So how many years that is, it's been a long time, every single day. Just me by myself at the beginning, hired some helpers when I needed it, and did that for many, many, many years, which kept me very busy, and every single day, Monday through Sunday, 365 days a year, and most nights too. They never stop.
Yeah.
And then I needed to find some more help. Started to grow a little bit, just a little bit, and some health issues came about years ago, and so I had to hire some more people. And we kept going, doing the hospital, got into the residential thing because working in a hospital like that, you end up working for all the doctors and environmental staff and maintenance guys and all their houses and their parents' house and their kids' houses. So we got into that. As far as marketing goes, there is no other better marketing than that. I think it's incredible, just word of mouth. So after that, well, not after that, we're still doing that, but realized I needed to do a lot more. Had some health issues. I ended up having a triple bypass a little over a year ago, and realized this wasn't going to cut it anymore. We needed to grow. Something needed to happen. This company needed to survive and move without me being here, basically, is what it came down to.
Yeah.
So started looking into growing. Now, as far as marketing and that, we've always had a website. I think I was probably one of the first to really, when everybody else was doing yellow pages back when, I wasn't. I had a friend of mine who was building websites for car dealers using Ruby on Rails. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that one, but that goes way back. And he moved into my office space when he first started his company. So they built my first website. That's what got me into digital marketing, really. So I learned a little bit about it because I had these guys in my office, like literally in my office space, doing this startup company. They ended up splitting up and going off their separate ways. And then I went with another digital SEO company right after that because I had to keep it going. That was all of the source of our revenue, other than the commercial and the hospitals. So that was, our residential. That was it. That's all I did. I never did yellow pages, anything else, nothing else, just the internet, just the website for that matter. I think I was one of the first in this area to do a Google My Business page. I think it was in 2014, maybe. I'm not sure. It was a long time ago. Went through that. I was pretty happy with the company I was using. I used them for a long time. Things kind of got stale. We noticed a downtick, and stuff. So we started doing like Yelp and Home Advisors and all that kind of stuff. Got into facility management, which was a nightmare. And ended up changing. So probably about 2 years ago, I decided to switch digital marketing companies. A friend of mine told me he had this other company that was starting up and I should go with them. So I decided to go ahead and switch and give these guys a shot, and it didn't turn out well at all. It almost killed us. It was bad. They were all right. It was good. But what happened was they didn't switch our hosting to them. So we were still under the hosting for the old company, which had expired and it was January of either last year or the year before. Maybe it was the year before, a couple of years ago. And once that happened, we were done. We were off the internet. completely gone, like deleted forever. Everything was gone. And that hurt really bad. Luckily, the hospital and our other existing customers and everything, didn't put us out of business or anything, but it hurt. It hurt a lot. And so I decided to switch again, because this wasn't working out with them at all. That didn't work out. And I went to a big company, the biggest one I could find, very expensive, very, everything, and was not happy with them at all. It was, I don't even think, like everybody says, oh, you're just a number to them. I don't even think we were just a number to them, we were just a paycheck, really. Trying to get a hold of them, anything, just not exist to this day, to right now.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable how bad it is. And so I went to Service Titan's Pantheon. First of all, shout out to Service Titan.
Shout out Service Titans.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. Changed my life. Now, I've been a Service Titan customer for 9 years.
Yeah.
And I was just that guy on cruise control, still back in, the early 2000s when we started them. I think it was 2009. Never really utilized that software to its potential, not even close.
Yeah.
And this last year, we had some hardships. Like I said, I had surgery, so I was out. We had some other things happen, and some employees got into a car accident. Things were happening. So we made the mistake of deciding to cut costs. We're going to cut costs, to be able to get through this storm. And one of those costs was going to be Service Titan. And because, we found a less expensive alternative. And we went with them and realized that it just wasn't going to work out. It was like going from a Bugatti to a Yugo.
Yeah.
And it was going to hurt us more than help us. The amount we save financially was just not going to work. It was going to hurt us in the time and everything else to do the same processes we're already doing.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I had contacted Service Titan and, asked for my backup copy of the company and then talking to them, and they're like, no, don't switch yet. We want to send you to Pantheon, their convention, and decide after that. So I went to Service Titan Pantheon with a couple of my office staff. It was it's right down the road, 45 minutes away in Orlando. So it was an easy trip. And it changed our lives. It changed the business. It changed everybody, all of our employees' lives. It's changed everything. It was an incredible experience. You guys were there. A couple other digital marketing companies were there. And we started looking around to make the change. And we decided to go with you guys, which was probably the best decision I've made yet. As all the decisions we've made, with everything, with marketing and systems and operations and culture and all the good stuff. It's funny though, because at Pantheon, you guys had the booth there, and I didn't even talk to you guys, which was crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I talked to the other ones, and had meetings set up with the other ones and everything, and started listening to podcasts after that, like this, and YouTube videos, and about business. Tommy Mello was a huge one, and his home service podcast, as I had met him down there, and great guy, incredible, done incredible things for us, just listening to his stuff. And I came across your podcast, the In the Den one that, back when I started watching those, and decided to give you guys a call. And it just so happened that you're really the only one listed on Service Titan's marketplace, for third-party vendors.
Yeah.
As far as digital marketing goes, you guys were there. And I talked to Aaron Coleman. Shout out to Aaron. Awesome guy. And we just talked, like people. He wasn't trying to sell me or pressure me or anything, really. It was just talking, like a couple of dudes talking about life and things and cars and all kinds of stuff. And we just kind of hit it off, I thought. And so I decided to go with you guys, and I couldn't be happier. Compare you guys to the other agencies that we've used in the past, some big ones, some little ones, some medium ones. Well, those are the three. I only use three. this has been quite an experience. You guys have been awesome from the plans, the planning, the contact constantly. Um, just incredible. I love the 6 month strategy plan that came out. I think we are at the Tommy Mello event when I got the email from Amanda. Also, shout out to Amanda, wonderful person.
Amanda. Yeah. Yeah, we're
Extremely
actually
helpful.
I know you and I were talking about the 6 month strategy. So Lexi, when you're editing this, scroll the 6 month strategy right here so people could see what it looks
Sure.
like firsthand. But yeah,
Yep.
keep going.
We had a game plan, and you guys had a game plan, and you included me in that plan.
Yeah.
And that was something nobody's ever done before, with any of the other companies or anything for that matter, really. And you got a plan. If you don't have a plan, you might as well plan to fail. You know what they say.
Yeah.
And I thought that's what made you guys stand out of the other ones, not to mention just the personal nature of it. Friendly, you could talk. It wasn't just like, okay, this is what we're going to do today, or we'll see you in 6 months, or, your website will be up in 90 days and that's it. You never hear from them again. And, whatever. We've had meetings almost every week, I think. Maybe it was that pretty close, at least with me and Amanda. And then meeting you guys, the three of you guys down at Tommy's event, that was pretty cool. I had a good
Yeah, it
time
was a good
there.
time.
It's just personal. And
Yeah.
one quick other thing, after I signed up and with talking with Aaron and going through that whole process, I decided just to call the company. So I Google searched One SEO, hit call, and called, and whoever answered the phone, I said, I'd like to speak to the CEO. I told him who I was and left a message.
Yeah.
And I didn't, most companies, you're not going to get a call back. You're not going to get anything. It's going to be crickets after that. My other web company, the one that we're switching from to you guys, I did the same thing. Nothing. Still haven't heard back. And that was with a concern, and still nothing. And then, as a matter of fact, my rep, who I barely ever talked to, said, "Oh, that'll never happen." Well, I just called out of the blue, and CJ Bachman called me back. I think
Yeah.
probably within 15 or 20 minutes.
Shout out
Called me back.
CJ.
And all I wanted to do was, give Aaron some praise. Give him some credit, because it was because of him that I chose you guys over the other ones. And we had a long talk and everything. It's just that's big stuff. It makes it personal. Don't feel like a number. Don't feel like I'm just throwing my money at you guys and hoping for the best. I know it's going to work. I feel it's going to work. My gut's telling me this is a good relationship, and keep going with it.
Yeah. And Chris, honestly, we really appreciate it too. I'm pumped about the future. We're definitely going to be, for everybody that doesn't know, we're going to be rolling these out to kind of just show what the process has been like for Chris, what it's going to look like for someone similar to yourself. And, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, that first year, we can take a look at the growth firsthand and just hear from him how the experience has been. So we're going to be doing this. You guys will definitely be hearing some more from Chris. Chris, we're going to have you back on and just shoot the shit, talk life, pretty much watch your business grow firsthand. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm pumped about the process.
Yeah, me too. And you guys have gone beyond just like my website built. I've talked to Bernie. I'd give a call, just hit him up on the phone, say I got this idea, and he'd walk me through it. Good or bad, and he's helped a lot. And watching one of his videos, he was talking about Yelp, and we used to be on Yelp, and I just kind of got away from it. I don't know, I had a bad taste in my mouth about it. And I listened to Bernie on one of his podcasts talk about it. So I called my office and I said, let's get back on Yelp. We got to do Yelp again. Just go for it and do it. And it turned out to be great. I mean, we're getting calls. I mean, it's unbelievable. just by doing that. And then with the Marketing Pro, and I got to tell you a quick story. I know you don't have much time, but we just launched our first Marketing Pro campaign in Service Titan. Well, for Thanksgiving, just a happy Thanksgiving email campaign, and just sent it out to pretty much everybody in our customer list in Titan. Didn't think nothing of it. It was just a test run, really, first time doing it. And We just booked, I think, 4 calls off of it. One of them sold for $2,000.
Love it.
And I got
Paying
a
for
guy on a
itself.
call right now on one of them, and we were just shocked that that happened. You know, it was like, wow, that worked.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So,
about staying in front of them. So that's awesome. Love it.
yeah, it's where everything's working out really good. We're moving at 100 miles an hour, and just things are happening, and it's been crazy. And you guys are a part of that. So,
Yeah.
thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Chris. We're again, we can't express our gratitude. We appreciate you joining the One SEO family. I'm looking forward to Bernie, Aaron, CJ. We're all looking forward to the future here. We know it's definitely bright with this partnership. And yeah, here's to more great podcasts to come. We'll have Bernie, we'll have Aaron on as well. And we'll
Great.
watch the growth.
Sounds like a plan.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris.